I've got like 4 updates, and then yeah, I think the one proposal that we have right now is the BRC20 proposal. I see that Summer is here in Gathertown, but I'm not sure if they know where to find us here. Um, I'm also yeah, I was hoping that maybe Barney or Balak would be here to help translate. Um, if not, it might be a little tricky to understand what they're saying. I've messaged Balak and Barney, so I hope that they join. Um, but yeah, in the meantime,
I saw Summer like wandering around the other area,
oh really?
but I think they just logged off.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we should maybe try to get Summer in here if someone can reach out to them.
Yeah. It's not totally obvious where the meeting room is.
We used to have arrows on the floor. Where did those go?
Yeah, those arrows were nice. All right. Well, I messaged Summer to see if yeah they can still join. I see Balak is here, so Balak should be able to translate. Um, but yeah, let's just hop straight into it then. So the first thing that I want to go over is that the operating agreement has been submitted through MoonDAO. So yeah, that's a big step for us. We've been tinkering with that for a bit, but it is officially submitted. So yeah, that is big news and a big first step towards yeah legal personhood. So we'll hear back within 30 days from the MoonDAO group, and then we will be an officially incorporated MoonDAO DAO. So yep. Cool, and, I'll post that, final, operating agreement and PDF, in, the Discord just so everyone sees it. It's what we passed on Snapshot, but, with my signature on it. So it's basically the same thing, but, yeah, I'll send the PDF just so we have it in our files. Um, but yeah, it's a big step for us. And yeah, I also so next on the agenda too is we've been talking about finding someone to replace zero index on the multisig, and we've also been talking about the potential for a full-time operator role. So this would be someone that helps support yeah governance operations, incentive operations, um, yeah, kind of day-to-day activity as a full-time operator. And the hope would be that yeah, they'd be able to support me and a lot of those operations, and yeah, free up yeah brain cycles so that we can uh, automate a lot of that work. So um, yeah, I've had a couple people reach out already, but if that sounds interesting to you, I would yeah love to hear from you, and yeah, just let me know. Um, yeah, it would be a full-time role, so like just yeah day-to-day syncing on different operations. Yeah, and then yeah, I think a lot of people here are already day to day, almost full time at MoonDAO. So yeah, it I yeah I think that we've got a lot of good candidates. But yeah, just making that announcement here, and please reach out if that sounds interesting to you. Um, Next thing is the payments have been made for Q1, but we haven't done the vesting yet. The gas fees are incredibly high right now because of meme tokens. So yeah, either we wait for those gas prices to go down or we swallow the cost. But we've also been talking a bit about maybe doing the vesting on an L2. So Lucas has had some great notes on this already. But yeah, I think we could do vesting through Polygon or something like that. So we're looking into it now. But yeah. And yeah, I also want to do a quick shout out. I've been working a bit behind the scenes on what's being called a DePrize. So similar to like the XPrize, but automated through these DAO tools that we have. And yeah, looking to launch that on Friday, and then that will start a 30-day funding cycle. And yeah, I'll submit a proposal to MoonDAO to see if MoonDAO finds it interesting to support that protocol. The first prize will be to automate end to end the DePrize. But yeah, I've been working on this or thinking about this for a while, and yeah, really excited to get it out of the gate. Yeah, and I'll share more details and the launch announcement soon. But yeah, really excited for this one. So Juicebox has been working on a I don't know if it's right to call it a new protocol, but it's a new framework where basically automatically, if the goal isn't met for a certain uh, for whatever, so like similar to how we raise with Juicebox, but there is a specific goal, and if the goal is not met, then automatically everyone gets refunds. And then if the goal is met, then it automatically triggers a new cycle where people can submit proposals to compete to complete the objective. And then after that cycle is finished, then yeah, they basically compete over the prize that was put into the pool. So yeah, I think it's a pretty flexible framework, and but it's pretty new. So probably will be some hiccups along the way, but yeah, we'll learn in real time and course correct as we go. But yeah, I'll share more on that soon. But yeah, those are all of my updates, or things I wanted to make the DAO aware of. And yeah, I think that we should jump straight into the main event here, which is the BRC20 proposal that is being presented by Summer. Balak, if you could translate for us, that would be great. Yeah, I can maybe share my screen and pull up the proposal. Although before Summer starts, I do want to point out that there are some things missing still in the proposal. I yeah, I think okay. Actually, never mind. Some of it has been filled out, so they do have the multi-sig signers, and some minimum background. All right. Well, yeah. I guess I'll give the floor to Summer. I'll share my screen here so people can see the proposal. Summer, I don't know if you understand English, but if yeah, you're gonna have to hop up onto the stage, taking the steps either on the left or the right. Yeah, like LucasArt is doing right now.
Okay. Yep, I can do the translation.
Okay. Well, is yeah, can you tell Summer how to get up here on stage? Maybe I'll stop sharing my screen so Summer can see. There we go. Okay. Great. So yeah, the floor is yours, Summer.
对，Simon，你需要我翻译吗？这个就是你来介绍一下这个提案。
嘿，杨总，听得见吗？ Hello, hello, hey.
It seems like he's already talking, but I can't hear him. Simon 你在讲话吗？ Oh, it's my
Hello?
problem. Can
Um,
you
I'm also having difficulty hearing Summer. I can hear them speaking, but it's pretty quiet.
yeah.
Maybe Bala, could you translate to Summer and tell them that we can't hear them?
Yeah. Sam 我们听不清楚，可能是不是是你的网的问题还是怎么样？我声音很小。
杨总，你这边能听到我说话吗？
非常断断续续。你听得到我说话吗？
我能听到你说话，但
Okay, but I also can hear some very clear. It seems like maybe he has problem with connection with VPN or something.
Okay. Well, Balak, do you feel comfortable presenting on Summer's behalf?
Okay, I'm asking.
嘿
那要
我
不
换了一个我换了一个节点，
要不
你能听到吗？
那要不我来帮你说一下，但是因为我昨天很晚1点钟到家，但我可能没有特别清楚去看我的一个提案。那要不我来说一下。
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can just reading the proposal because I was
change my
worried.
VPN. Now my am I quiet?
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but we can hear you. So yeah, if you'd like to present, just go for it.
But I need something to translate. Hey,
Yeah,
Balak,
you can present in Chinese and Bala can translate for you.
嘿，杨总，你现在能听到吗？
Bala, can you hear Summer?
No,
You can't hear Summer at all.
no. Can
Okay,
you guys?
because we can hear Summer fine. I think it might be an issue on your end. Could you
Really?
drop and then come back in?
Okay, yeah. I will try again.
All right, thanks. Summer, Balak has some connection issues, so he's going to drop the call and then jump back in, and then hopefully he can hear you. Sometimes Balak has had issues not being able to hear people on stage, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel some you said the team BIOS. I feel the team BIOS and multi-signs some minutes ago. You can check it.
There we go, Balak. Can you hear Summer now?
Still not, but I can hear you clearly. I changed one VPN and locking again.
Okay. Summer, can you say something?
嘿，杨总听得见吗？
Yeah. Oh, now
Okay.
it works.
All right, great. Then let's get it started. Let's do it.
杨总现在是需要补充什么吗？我
就
先
是 需要把这个一项目的就大概的，就是你想怎么做呀，然后要稍微的介绍一下，到时候然后介绍完以后，然后他们会提一些建议，会有一些会问题。
杨总，你这边说的有点断断续续的。我说一下，你就是我把前就是把那个多签和团队简介我给填了，然后还剩下一个，就一个资金的一个那个叫什么 justification，这个我不知道怎么填。
Okay. He said maybe he I don't know why, but he can hear me clearly. I don't know if you guys. He said he fulfilled the proposal at the also occurs from members and also multi-site thing and for the budget justification still not. And can you guys hear me or it's just summer?
No, we can hear both of you guys, but yeah, we'd like for Summer to do a presentation on the proposal. So I think that this is kind of painful right now. So I'm just going to present on your guys' behalf. Is that okay?
Yeah, great.
Okay. All right. So this is the proposal from the Chinese community. They want to do a BRC20. A BRC20 is basically the equivalent of an ERC20, but it's inscribed in the Bitcoin blockchain. So the idea here is to inscribe a 4-letter ticker name. So it can't be MOONEY. It has to be 4 letters. And yeah, it would be inscribed into the Bitcoin blockchain using a protocol, I think it's called ordinals, which is also been used for NFTs. I think it's inscribing the metadata of a Satoshi specific information. So you can create NFTs and you can also create these BRC20s. These BRC20s are very new. They're relatively popular. And a lot of centralized exchanges are putting a lot of emphasis on these BRC20s. But yeah, they're quite new. So yeah, I've read through this a few times. Yeah, they talk about how they're going to do an airdrop to MOONEY holders at a 1-to-1 ratio. So yeah, this is I'm not sure exactly how this is going to happen. This is still an open question on my end that I'd like more information on, because our holders are on Ethereum and Ethereum wallets are not compatible with ordinals. Yeah, so this is talking about how the inscriptions are going to be made. So we have about 2.6 billion Moonies, and they're going to inscribe 2.6 billion of this BRC20, and then 50% of it will be airdropped to existing MOONEY holders. Yeah, I think that's explained in more detail here. They list out a number of benefits. Mainly that it's on Bitcoin, and we don't need to create a liquidity pool. Yeah, that they're tradable. I won't enumerate all of the. I think a big benefit that they list out here is that there are the topmost BRC20 has 3,000 holders. So if we airdrop it to all of our holders, we could be the number 1 largest BRC20. I'm not going to go through all of it. Risks, they say that gas fees might be high, and that the airdrop might be costly. I do also have a question here, which is that Lucas brought to our attention inside of the thread that there were a number of ordinals projects that ended up rugging, and just wanted to understand more about what happened there and how that can be prevented. here are the OKRs. So they're going to set a snapshot time for determining who is eligible to get the airdrop. So then they'll take a snapshot of all of our holders and then do the airdrop, and then actually implement the BRC20 inscription. So the leader on both of these OKRs is a fellow named Silvery Gray, who's been in our community for a while, leading many of the riots. So yeah, here's the team. So Multisig will be Silvery Gray. I think this is supposed to be Balak, Crypto Daddy, Summer, and I don't know this person. The bios. And the kicker here is that this will be $150,000 in gas. Yep. So I hope I did it justice. Yeah. Do people have questions? We can direct them over to Summer.
Yeah, thanks, Summer, for putting the proposals. So I have two questions for him. The first one is, as Paulo mentioned, how to airdrop the, let's say, BRC20 to the MOONEY holders, which is in Ethereum blockchain. I believe there is some ways, but curious what is that. And the second one is how we come up with the gas fee. So is there any tool or website where we can check the gas fee, and curious about the calculation? Can
I just
everyone
moved.
hear me well?
I can hear you, Luffy. I make a
Okay.
translation. 那么这有两个问题啊，一个是就是因为跟 Pablo 他把整个提案他也介绍了一下，然后这个 Luffy 他提一个问题，跟 Pablo 也提到了，就是我们怎样去这个在技术层面啊，怎么去完成就是空投，因为这个 BRC20和 ERC20是不同的嘛，你怎么完成这个一个空投？然后这第一个问题，然后呢，第二个问题的话是这个查 gas fee 的这个我倒是可以这个可以给一个链接，主要是它是怎么样，想知道这个技术怎么实现。对。Simon 你听到吗？ For the gas fee, I just drop a link in the chat, but maybe it's in Chinese. But yeah, I think it's no problem. But for first question, I already asked Summer. Here.
对，杨总，你能不能重复一下第二个问题？
对，第二个问题是这个查 gas fee 的，我已经把链接拿过来了。然后第一个问题，他们想知道这个怎么实现这个空投，因为我们的这个币都是在这个 ERC20嘛，然后这个 BRC20怎么去实现这个在技术层面哈？
这个的话可以有多种实现方式，也可以说就是我们是互动，然后这样子的话可能会把 gas 费会少一些，但是这样子的话，
夏总不是讲 gas fee，就是说技术实现，就是 因为你现在ERC10和 BRC10是不同的嘛，这个空投的话怎么实现啊？
就是它，哎，怎么说呢？就是可以，就，相当于我们在 BRC 上面有了之后，我们自己先 mint 掉，然后对于有资格的，在那个快照时间内的地址，然后到我们的某个界面来领取他们对应的，通过 ETH、ERC 交互之后，到时候会在 BRC 上面释放给他们，这是一个方式。
等下，夏总，这个我不是特，就是说我们先这个这个 BRC10的币先我们全部自己 mint 掉，对吧？然后到时候那边设置快照，比如说是 ERC10那边他们有这个资格，然后他们来这个给他们空投，还是说他自己来 claim，还是他自己来这个是这样的意思吗？
这个也是一个方案，都可以。
你刚刚讲的是这个方案对吧？就是说我们 BRC10的这个 token 先全部这个明造出来，然后我们自己明造出来，然后那边看快照，然后去给他们空投对吧？哪一些有资格是这样吗？就把我们自己 mint 出来的这一些，然后去空投给他们。你是指
然后你
这个意思？
这边的语音质量确实不太好，但是我大致能听见，就是我们自己先 mint 出来。ETH 可能他们需要提交一个地址，在经过 ETH 的交互之后，我们往这个地址发送 BRC 的空投。
对，然后他会给我们 BRC10。
Guys,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Can you guys translate what's going on?
It seemed like because I want seemed like he can hear me clearly, but I can hear you and hear him.
Are you guys just talking about who can hear each other?
I can hear him quite clear, but it
We can
seemed
hear
like
you both very clearly.
oh, great. So, there's two questions from Luffy, and make sure that, but I'm not 100% that he heard my questions. But I can first answer the question from Luffy. For gas fee, you drop a link here. For the first question, that's how to make it a technical to achieve this job. As I understand, is that we first create the BRC20 token and we minted all of it. And meanwhile, there will be also a snapshot. For example, the MOONEY holder until one day. Then there will also one interaction on this MOONEY holder on ERC20.
Okay, but wait, Balak, the question from Luffy was, how are we going to do, like, we understand that an airdrop is going to be made, but how? Because all of our holders are on Ethereum. So how do we airdrop a BRC20 to Ethereum wallets?
Yeah, Pablo, it means that this is what I explain, what I don't understand from Summer. It means that actually the MOONEY holder on ERC20 need to have another wallet on BRC20. They need to make an interaction.
Yeah,
This is
so
what
how are they going to do that?
this is the as I understand from Summer, they maybe we maybe create a website who ERC20 token and to submit a BRC20 wallet, and then we do the airdrop there. This is what I understand from Summer. but he can hear me clearly. So I don't know this is the right answers from him for Luffy.
Okay. And then, so how was 150,000 calculated? Because I clicked on the link here. I'll display it here. I'm not sure how this translates to $150,000.
OK，夏总，第二个是关于这个gas fee 啊，就是 gas fee 的问题。然后他说是怎么得到这个15万刀。
15万刀是之前估计的可能的短时间的最大数目。然后你如果是说在这个上面计算出，你的意思是说在这上面计算出来吗？通过这个页面计算出来吗？
不是他，因为你不是有一个15万的 gas fee 嘛？你有没有个大概的多少人，然后大概的 gas fee，然后这样计算出来，还是说这个是一个怎么得出来的？
不好意思，杨总，你能再说一遍吗？
Okay. Yeah, he has problem with to hear me, so I need to repeat again. So 就是他说这个15万刀，是怎么，就是你通过什么样方式得出来的？你数字得出来的，比如说你多少人乘以多少 gas fee 这种。
其实是这个是按别的项目估算的，就是说别的项目之前他们可能是要花费大概在5到7万的一个 gas fee dollar 这样子的，然后我们是按目前的趋势来看有一个增长的趋势，所以我们先估算了一个15万，但是这个就是刚才提到的，如果说我们觉得 gas fee 比较多的话，我们可以在我们的那个蓝的配置，到时候互动的那个页面，可以说让用户提交把 gas 费提交给我们，这样子的话可以稍微省一些 gas， 可能能到15000，差不多这样子，说不定到15000，这个我们还是要再估算一下。
Okay,我明白，我翻译。Okay, and the answer from Summer is that it's a very rough calculation, or actually there's no calculation for this because he said maybe Phil Gray has his connection. There's another project who used the gas fee for around 50 or 60,000. But this is a couple days ago, and until now the gas fee increased, so they just increased the gas fee budget. But he also explained another way, maybe due to landing page, and if to that the MOONEY holder to also pay some gas fee, then it would be maybe the total gas fee would be much cheaper, but it still need to be calculated.
Okay. Yeah, are there any other questions that people have? Yeah, I guess I had this question of the risk of people getting rugged, because there have been many projects and ordinals that have ended up rugging people. And maybe Lucas, you can give a little bit more context, because this question really was inspired by what you posted. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I stated most of my concerns on the thread for this. it's probably a more effective way of communication than here on the meeting. But yeah, I think that the main problem that happened with a lot of projects was mostly on the marketplace side of it. So the one ordinal marketplace rugged, and another project, they just dumped all the tokens, and the team just transferred the money and disappeared. It was kind of a headline for most of last week. So yeah, I think it's something that we should look out for and be really careful about it. Comments that I made is that the gas fee would be really much cheaper if we just worked with a fraction of the MOONEY supply instead of distributing 1-to-1, maybe I don't know, 100 to 1 or something like that, or 1 per 100. And I think this still needs to be a little bit refined on that edge. But yeah, I to be really fair, I don't think that it's really effective.
Who is that? Someone needs to mute their mic. Sorry. Continue, Lucas.
你也下多大不？我感觉可能我这人给票破的了，那会儿家里那会儿一点都不行了，他会很大力。
Lucas, can you hear us?
I think you
Yeah,
mute.
just-
I still hear the noise.
Just have a lot of
Yeah,
background noise.
I'm still hearing a lot of different noise. too.
Oh, I think I just muted him for me. Do we each have to mute him individually?
Or,
don't
or
think
just
so.
ask him
Yeah.
to mute.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah, okay. No, I just think that this is not being, a really useful, a great use of time, because I don't know. I feel that there are some difficulties with all the translation and translate back. Maybe the async communication is better to answer questions and things like that. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This is kind of a tricky process from Chinese to English. All right.
Yeah.
Well, should we just put this up for vote? I mean, I think it has everything in here, so I think it's ready for vote.
I mean, I guess we should just get a confirmation from Summer, and then.
Yeah. Yeah, Bala, could you ask Summer if well, Summer also is not the Rocketeer on this, so the Rocketeer on this is Silvery Gray, who I don't think has ever been in here. So they're going to be the ones representing this project. Yeah, it would be good to have them here. Summer's the delegate, but yeah.
Yeah, 对，然后你现在这个刘总现在不能上来，对吧？因为他刚刚也问了一个，就现在越来越多项目这个有 rock 错的问题，然后这个风险，对。
杨总，要不你把问题写一下在那个微信群吧，这个
OK
语音确实有点
OK， 好，明白了。OK，sorry， this
可以。
really some has problem to hear me, so I can, yeah. So maybe just write in the Discord channel because he can hear me clearly. So
或者杨总，我们两个现在微信语音一下。
等一下哈。
Okay. Well, if you can get Summer to write inside of the chat that it's, you know, they want to move it forward to vote. I'm assuming that they do. So yeah. All right. Should we move on then?
So
Or Mitch, do you have another question about the proposal?
no.
No. Okay. All right. Well then, yeah. Thanks, Summer, for presenting. Yeah, we'll get your confirmation to move it forward, and yeah, we can vote on it instead of the Senate.
Yeah,
Great.
I also suggest that also please ask the final. You have final questions, so something like in the Discord channel, and after that, ask Summer, and if you can put in the Senate voting or not.
Sounds good. Okay. So next on the agenda, we have Treasury Diversification. I put this on here because we said that we'd discuss it in this meeting, but I'm not sure if there's been a proposal that's fully formed on that yet. So yeah, I mostly just threw it up here because we said we were gonna discuss it. So maybe we punt this until next week. Who's taking the lead on the Treasury Diversification Proposal? I saw that Luffy and Balak have chatted inside of the ideation channel. Yeah, I guess maybe Luffy, what's the status on this?
Hello, I don't see any feedback or update based on this, and I think we just simply discard it and get a vote, because this is very simple proposals, and I even don't want to have a team with MVP to make things more complex than it necessary.
Yeah, but we should have a vote because this affects our treasury. So at the very least,
Then
we should vote on the proposal.
Yeah, then we can discuss it now and have a vote.
I think it should be in writing. I think we should actually.
It's in writing already, Apollo.
Okay, where is it?
Okay, let me in the channel. Let's say if you go to ideations.
Was there a proposal?
I put the discuss in the document. Let me see. Too many.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Can you open it?
Yeah. Here, I can put it up here. Actually, I hadn't seen this until now. But yeah, it was in that thread. Just must have missed it. Okay. So yeah. Should we let people review this inside of the proposal submit, and then maybe yeah, we can put it up for vote afterwards. Or yeah, Luffy, do you want to just quickly talk about this and present it?
Yeah, sure. So basically, as you all know, all our treasury right now in ETH, and this put our treasury in a risk of if let's say the ETH price collapse, and then we run out of, let's say, cost. To avoid the risk, we want to diversify our treasury. So the proposal is we will right now our treasury have around 1.2 million US dollar in ETH, which is equivalent to 652 ETH, and our proposal is to swap 500k to stablecoin, so which will be enough for our operation around 1 year. So right now our bonus quarterly is 60k plus some cost for the projects. So with 500K, I think it's enough for our operation at least for 1 year. And the rest of our treasury will be remain in ETH, so which is around 500K right now. So that's it. And then no project team and MVP for that. The only one who need to put some effort for swapping the token is the Multisig holders.
Yeah, also want to add something. I also agree here that there's no need MVP team, and because this is our chapter, the biggest or huge decision, and I also agree that we have 3 stablecoin, but for the rest of the token, I might be also good to have a small portion of BTC or WPTC. This is my to my opinion, because the Ethereum the price fluctuates very or too huge for me actually. I want to keep a little safe for a little. I don't know, maybe still 20% WPTC or BTC.
It don't change much, Balak. If you compare the rates, I mean, between ETH and BTC, you can see it don't change much. Actually, it is even better if you open the chart, BTC, ETH, and you can see how it changed. So right now they go up and down together.
Yeah. Right now is maybe the same and stand and trend that yeah, somehow maybe I'm a little constricted for this thing. So for my personal investment, I always hold a portion of BTC to make it more stable in long term. And right now is you're right, Luffy.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think this is this is a solid proposal. Makes sense. It's straightforward. I think that we can put this up to vote. Yeah, maybe we'll throw this into proposal submit so people can leave comments async as well, and we can leave it up for a couple days before actually moving it into vote, just to make sure that people have time to comment. But yeah, this looks good to me.
Yep, also agree that still left a few days.
Great. Any other questions about this? Cool. All right. So last thing on the agenda that we have is well, I don't know what the right name for this is. The partnerships proposal or ambassador proposal that Mitchie's been working on. Again, this was something that we just said that we discussed this week, but I haven't seen I mean, I've seen some stuff written down by Mitchie, but I don't know if that's ready to go to vote. I just kind of wanted to get an idea of the status on that proposal.
Yeah, I wasn't actually planning on carrying it forward to vote. I just kind of had the idea, but the idea would mostly rely on, the people who are doing most of our outreach stuff to do it. I kind of just made it as like a gift proposal, I guess, just throwing it out there. But basically the idea is just a parallel of the stewardship proposal, but more focused on outreach and growth and like curating partnerships.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up here. Okay, well, I mean,
I've highlighted the parts that are like substantially different from the stewardship proposal. The rest is pretty much the same. So you can see like election terms, representation, everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like stewards, but external.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe let's yeah, let's make some time for people to leave comments and thoughts. I know Manuel has been thinking about this a lot. I think it would be good to get some of his ideas on here as well. Yeah, but I'm strongly in support of some partnership process as a stepping stone to then working on a project with MoonDAO, because yeah, our project system is quite involved. So having something that's a little bit more lightweight, that is not as big commitment, but gets people, you know, to understand what MoonDAO is, how we work, and then just come to a basic agreement with them, I think would be great. And then yeah, we'll need people to man that. And so I think it does make sense to have some ambassadors that can help with that outreach and help with basically shepherding in projects and getting them inside of this partnerships pipeline that we have. So yeah, I see that this in my mind, at least, this ambassador's role would support that partnerships framework that we've been talking about. So yeah, I think this is one piece of the puzzle, and then yeah, we can develop the framework a little bit too around this role. But yeah, this is a good start.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically like stewards are to projects as ambassadors are to partnerships. we do need like a governance pipeline in there, and I think that was the idea. Ambassadors could be part of that, and sort of like, you know, the vital role of like managing our affiliate programs and things like that, keeping the thing running. Yeah, and it would all be funded retroactively in the same style as stewardship. I had some other point to say, but honestly, it's been a very long day. I can't remember it at this point. Can you scroll down a bit just so I can see the response? Yeah. So you can see like the main things that I put as the responsibilities were outreach and affiliate program management, qualification of new networking opportunities, regulating representation in the community, bridging communication access to sensitive contacts, and partnership brokering. So that's the kind of stuff that I imagine ambassadors would do. And I should probably, the risks I also added as well. Ambiguity. There's potential for like ambiguity in the distribution of responsibilities and potentially misuse of, like, there's a certain, like, I guess there's a power that comes with representing MoonDAO, right? And so we need to just, I guess the risk is just make sure that no one ever who is like doesn't have our interests in mind gets the role, I guess. That's a risk there.
Makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I don't think that there's anything to vote on this yet, but yeah, this is a good launch point for that discussion, and maybe we can get something in the pipeline for next week.
I remember now what I wanted to say. At the next upcoming Growth Guild meeting tomorrow, we have it on the agenda to discuss basically what that handshake, well, I think that's what I've been calling it, just the handshake agreement, what that would look like. And yeah, how we can, like, at least for the time being, like, we don't need this proposal to get started on it. I think we can start envisioning what it means to have MoonDAO friends, in the sense that we were talking about it in the forum. And yeah, I'm excited about that. I think that there's a lot of potential there. And one idea that I've had that I would like to see is if we could have like an update channel, but that's not for like an announcements channel, that's not for MoonDAO announcements, but for announcements from our friends. I think that would be really cool. And I also kind of like the idea, and I don't know, maybe like I haven't really gotten a lot of feedback on this yet, but I kind of like the idea of having a whole other category of channels for partners. So like I like the idea of basically giving our partners or our friends home away from home in our Discord, like on the condition that they have some representation in our community. I think it would be cool, just a way to like, you know, bring those people in, and then they have like neighbors in our Discord, you know, and that we can try to encourage our friends and partners to interact with our other friends and partners. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop my monologue there.
Yeah, sounds interesting. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, we can discuss more in the Growth Guild meeting. But yeah, I think this is the last thing on the agenda. So yeah, just an open floor for anything people want to bring up or discuss before we close up. Yeah, feel free to jump in.
Yeah, we just jumped through the L2 discussion. For Q1, I ran a lot of tests this week with MOONEY on L2, specifically on Polygon. It's pretty stable. We can do the vesting right on, and then yeah, I will still refine a little bit the risks for the stakes to vote on L2, and then put this proposal up to vote to the Senate vote next week. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Even though we're not with stake to vote yet, just the vesting on L2 would save us something around 50% in gas fees, basically. So pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, really looking forward to that. I'm surprised that it's so straightforward. I thought it would be a lot more complicated, but
it is. just needed a lot of research.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess just a quick question on that. So MOONEY is already mapped? Wow. I wonder who did that for it.
Almost a year ago. Yeah,
wow. I had no idea. I guess someone just did it for fun. That's awesome. And then yeah, so we can take our staking contract that we have for vMooney and then put that on Polygon?
Yeah, with a couple of modifications, basically on dashes, because Polygon accepts double dashes. But yeah, we would basically deploy the same contracts on Polygon and then use a specific snapshot code to do a multi-chain voting. So snapshot would count the staking on Polygon and on Ethereum and add up.
That's huge. Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know it was that easy. I thought it'd be much more complicated. Yeah.
What bridge we going to use to bridge MOONEY to Polygon?
Yeah, for this first one, I think it's wise to use the native Polygon bridge. But later on, with further testing, we can also use a protocol bridge inside Nosy Safe, just to be more quick and easy. But yeah, the native Polygon bridge.
Yeah, I think it's worth it to make some tests to see how the bridge works as well, how the stake to vote and the voting system in multi blockchain works. I have used Polygon for a while, but I would say that there's some applications have been there for a long time, but they still have a bugs because literally no one used that.
Yeah, I don't know. Polygon is pretty big in Brazil. We have a lot of users, so I think I use it a lot. It's pretty stable right now.
Yeah.
I tested pretty extensively this last couple of weeks, but on testnet mostly. But yeah, we definitely need to run some tests on mainnet and see how it goes before pushing a huge effort forward and opening staking for everyone there.
I can
But,
give
yeah,
a hand. Yeah,
the bridge
Lucas.
is working pretty great.
Yeah, I have used Polygon for around 3 years something, so I can give you a hand to test with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, yeah, something else to quickly mention is I brought up the possibility of also bridging between our ERC and the BRC. I'm not sure if that's ever been done yet, but I think that would be interesting. But then I got more or less attacked by some people for saying that I was trying to sell a shitcoin, our own governance token. Yeah, which was just to me that was like the funniest thing. Yeah, I mean, I still think it's interesting, but probably would be a little bit more complex.
Yeah, a lot more complex.
I don't think
looked up for this, and
I don't think we can bridge from ERC to BRC.
yeah, we can do something like create a staking contract that gives rights to claim a BRC, something like that. But it's really complicated, and by the end of the day, BRC doesn't have much utility right now. Mainly
And
for
BRC
DAOs.
don't support the smart contract.
Yeah,
So that means you can't stake, you can't vote.
Yeah, there's no point in having a BRC governance token itself. I think it works more as a NFT memory of that moment.
Sorry, guys, I disconnected there.
That's fine.
And we're just saying that we can't bridge to BRC as in BRC, as far as I'm concerned, they know it not like support smart contract, so you cannot stake or vote on BRC.
Yeah, I must have cut out. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't think that any project has ever attempted that. I think in theory it could be doable, but it would, yeah, I don't. It would probably take, probably a few months to figure out.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I think about 2 weeks we could figure it out, because it's just basically a staking contract on Ethereum and then a claiming mechanism. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense, I think.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. Any other thoughts before we close up? I see. Oh, Manuel's got a wave. What's up, Manuel?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to give you a quick update about what's going on in the Gitcoin round right now. So yeah, the situation right now is that we have 65 projects in the DeSci round, which is a good sign. The activity of donations is pretty low, sadly. It's like 10% compared to grant round 15 right now, because we have pretty high gas fees, and this is the reason why many people do not donate their money. For example, if you want to donate $10 to 10 projects, so $1 each, and you need to pay like $70 in gas fees, it's just hurting. And this is the reason why the conversation right now is going on also about, for example, collectives. of projects and how fair this can be. If they then organize donor onboarding and in such a situation, onboard donations to their projects. And for all the people who are not familiar with the quadratic funding systems and the Gitcoin round, it's like a popularity contest. So you're gonna raise funds, you do crowdfunding. The projects do crowdfunding based on the popularity. They will get a fraction out of this matching pool fund as a bonus on top if they are really popular. And yeah, we see right now that, like I said, the system is kind of sensible to this because of the high gas fees and the low engagement in general. And this makes the voting vulnerable in a way. But luckily, this is not so hard affecting the DeSci round more than other rounds, I would say. But yeah, we just need to see how we can engage more people to donate. I think we did a great job with all the awareness and engaging initiatives and campaigns that we pushed forward, not only to onboard people to our DeSci events with DeSci World on Wednesdays, but also to the DSpace events on Fridays. This was a great sign. And yeah, what I'm thinking about right now, and what the people discuss also in all the chats and so, is something like a gas fee compensation for donors. So for example, Gitcoin wants to pour in $1,000 for people to reimburse their gas fees. I'm not sure if we also can maybe signal the right thing with some of the budget available that we have right now to create this open signal that we are really here for anyone, and we do not want to exclude, for example, the global south just because of the high gas fees. So this is the discussion going on right now. And yeah, overall, I think it is really good that we are bringing this topic of partnerships up again, also in the context of the Gitcoin round, because yeah, we have this week, the last week, to make some waves. So for me, it's like tomorrow, Friday, where we will do our DSpace events, our last series, and yeah, we need to get all the people there. I already invited most of our previous speakers, and today I also had great chats with potential new speakers, but still waiting for confirmation. Yeah, and then hopefully we can also create a report for official Gitcoin DAO as well, so that they also can learn based on our experience what we can improve for the next round. For example, the thing with the Ethereum network and the high gas fees is like really not a good situation right now, that many people cannot or do not or are not willing to pay the high gas fees. But I think we can overcome this problem if we switch the network. So this can also be possible, but then maybe for next round. So I'm thinking about Optimism or Phantom or so. Yeah, and that's it. And for partnerships, like I said, it's like good situation that we also bring this up again, because yeah, by the end of the Gitcoin round, we can start good campaigns and getting not only the grantees where we see most potential for collaboration into interviews to see how they are, how they want to proceed, but also the rest of the DeFi ecosystem. Yeah, and then hopefully get some good contracts in that also enable our community to start working on research projects. I see, we have a lot of great DeFi tools in this current round, and maybe we can also find some projects to implement them into our project system. If I think, for example, for the DSpace projects using satellite data for making, for example, crop tracking here on Earth, this can be a use case. But I think it might be a really good idea to be really open and first, onboard them with like a loose agreement, and then step by step integrate potential partnerships into our project system. Yeah, and same goes for also collaborating with other space DAOs. So I'm not sure if you're all aware about that, but we got a Telegram group right now with like all the people I knew and we met along the sideline that are interested in building deep tech DAOs. So either related to our topic space or to the industry linked to the further development of space. So mainly AI communities, robotics communities, and academic communities. So these are, I would say, the three cornerstones that we can also onboard into Web3 that support our mission. And then I think what we do here with the grants and the prizes that also Pablo is pushing forward, and the hackathons in the pipeline that Lucas is pushing forward, I think this can really pave the way for a general open innovation framework or open innovation toolkit that we can build midterm. And then hopefully if we, have some concrete use cases where we have more sponsors and more partnerships, a good network of partnerships, then we can, create this framework overall and maybe also provide other members either of our community or of other communities with the best practices and principles that we use to build this open innovation infrastructure. So I'm thinking about some form of a toolkit or so. But that's overall what I wanted to share. So first related to how our current grants is going, and then for sure where we're heading towards. And let's definitely catch up, get the partnership processes straight, and then we can further continue with that. I think that's a cool idea. So if there's any feedback, please feel free to jump right here. And any other case, I'm also open to answer questions and get you involved if you want to support with the project. And so that's it from my side, guys.
Thanks so much. I want to give a quick update on our 0G event. We decided to extend the deadline another week to increase more people that want to enter, as well as give the people that have entered more of a chance to get engagement. So please share that. The new deadline is this Saturday at midnight. We'll be announcing the social media finalists on Sunday. And we also announced that we'll be giving a second seat for the social media competition, since unfortunately Ignacio is not able to go for our signed service seat. So double the chances of now winning in the social media contest. So please participate yourselves, enter the raffle, and share with other people. We're also creating a commission program. If you can help sell tickets, you can get $1,000 for that, and we're thinking of other incentives. So we'd love as much support on the Zero Media as possible, and excited for announcements. We'll have a special event on Sunday that we'll have more details on. So we'll do hope to be back live streaming for that. And I will also be live streaming presenting at the Galactic Diversity and Inclusion Conference in Philadelphia this weekend. So if any of you are in the Northeast and want to come to that, check out dnicon.org and be sure to follow and retweet all of MoonDAO's social media accounts. Thanks.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on that. Yeah, this is the last week of the competition and the sweepstakes. So last chance to get the NFTs. I think we have it's a pretty sweet deal. If you're a vMooney holder, you really should consider getting the NFT, because you could win a pretty big prize. And yeah, if you see us post about 0G, yeah, this is our big final push. So please retweet, please like, get the algorithm going, and yeah, then we're gonna tailwind right into 0G sales and doing the commissions. So yeah, and anyone in our community can become a 0G like salesman and get $1,000 for selling one of the tickets. So we're hoping that we could have a big, decentralized sales force, and yeah, really excited about that. So yeah, just want to second what Ari is saying. Yeah. Cool. Is there any other topics? Anything else that people want to bring up before we close up? I also want to shout out that we have some guests from the Chinese community that are joining us here on GatherTown for the first time. So yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining us, and yeah, we hope to see you guys here more often, and hope to have you guys integrate more into our governance. Yeah. Great. Well, yeah, let's close up. Thanks, everyone.